Hi, Jolly Jules, Cruise Companion, Retire at 60 or Exploring Jordan with Jules, whichever channel you've clicked on. Hello and welcome. Just a little quick update. Today is the 3rd of July 2025. I fly back to Australia tomorrow and I'll just give you a little rundown on why I am heading back. I was undecided initially about how long I was going to be staying. I'd made preparations that I could stay forever by taking all my leave at half pay, getting to my retirement age in September of 60, and then just staying here for forever. But through some different circumstances, like wanting to purchase another property and Israel's attack on Iran and Trump assisting and potentially starting World War III, I've decided I'm going to head back to Australia, potentially for 3 months, potentially for 12 months, depending on what happens. How do I feel about leaving? I've got very mixed emotions of not wanting to leave, but that's just one of those circumstances. I have not necessarily had a brilliant experience with Qatar Airways. They weren't brilliant on communication, and my loyalty is about to expire, so I won't necessarily be able to get the 40 kilos of luggage next time. So I'm not necessarily going to fight to get to use Qatar Airways when I come back. So what I had done, because I didn't know how I was going to get out, especially during those 12 days of the escalation, I had planned to go out via Egypt without knowing that Qatar Airways was still flying 2 flights a day, and nowhere had that been advertised. So I got really quite direct with the ladies at Qatar Airways, and even though they had changed my flight to go out, I paid for my flight to change to go out of Cairo. I didn't want to go out of Cairo, so once it was free to change it back to going out of Oman, they contacted me and I've changed my flight to leave out of Oman. And it's still going to be the same flight that I leave on out of Doha to get me to Brisbane for the 5th of July. I will, as I say, reassess who I fly with next time. Qatar have kind of dropped the ball on a couple of different things, so I'm not necessarily going to be super loyal to them. How am I leaving? I was initially going to leave via Aqaba over to Taba, down to Sharm el-Sheikh, fly to Cairo and then go to Doha, but then America bombed Qatar, an American base in Qatar, so that's fine. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. There's been a few different videos that I posted each day over the crisis period. I might link them all together into one video. I'll just wait and see. I've still got to go through it. I've packed, and when I was going to Cairo I had 3 sets of clothes in it, but now I'm not going to Cairo. It's just an empty suitcase that I'm going to be taking back with me to Australia. Everything is fine. I'm just going to go around and say goodbye to different people tonight. Had a session with the girls the other night and that was great. Yeah, it was a roller coaster of fear, anxiety and stress, but nothing to what the Palestinians are going through. So contact your politicians, get them to annex, get them to boycott Israel. There was the hoo-ha about the chant death to the IDF, death to the IDF. You can't chant something, but you can actually shoot people waiting for aid. You can actually drop a 250 kilogram bomb on a cafe. So fuck the Western leaders, they're just disgusting, and so are the Islamic leaders. So contact your politicians, get them to boycott Israel and free Palestine. March, protest, do as much as you can. Let's do a little add-on to why I'm leaving and how I'm leaving. So flying on Qatar Airways during the 12-day fake war of aggression instigated by Israel, flights out of Oman were cancelled, and that's what everything was said on social media, but Royal Jordanian and Qatar were still flying 2 flights a day. So I changed my initial flight to go out of Cairo, so go down to Aqaba, catch a ferry out, but I didn't need to do that. So today on check-in, I received a entry to the first class lounge. Whether that was because of the change to the Cairo flight, then the change back to the Oman flight, or not, I am not 100% sure. What has changed? The security is very intense. They're opening absolutely everything, and there's not more of them. So it was very, very slow. I think it took about 20 minutes to get through security, where it only took about 5 minutes to get through check-in. And then there was fake little security checks coming into each arm of the Queen Alia airport that weren't staffed, and when we asked, they just waved us through, so why bother having the metal detectors and stuff? So things are always changing. This is whatever my 15th flight out of here, and nothing is ever, ever, ever the same. So we'll see whether I'm 3 months or 12 months before I'm back. I think I've been out of this gate before 110. I'd have to look back at all the other videos to see. I don't know why I'm not perimenopausal. I'm sweating today. Excited-ish about getting home, but not excited about that 14-hour flight from Doha to Brisbane. Exciting. Stay safe. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, put on the bell notification for when I upload new videos. Jules retires at 60. Come along with me for the adventure.